So, this feels like it's becoming the Manchester United season. I don't know. Hello guys and welcome to Dreaming is Possible here with Chesterfield, or should I say Manchester United, because it seems that way with the amount of stuff that is coming out from that club at the moment. And as you can see, another maybe controversial appointment. Yeah, they have appointed a new manager, Miguel Herrera, who is or was the Hoffenheim manager. Yeah, he's Mexican and he's not had any high-profile jobs before. This is going to be the highest-profile job. Is he the right man to get them out of the situation that they're in? Well, only time will tell, I suppose, but there we go. Hopefully that's not I mean, we'll try and steer clear of talking about Manchester United too much. I mean, this is supposed to be Chesterfield, isn't it, at the end of the day? Right, let's get things going, shall we? So we're going to be kicking things off in today's episode with another FA Cup match. Yes, we did win in the replay against Coventry, when we played them at our own ground. It was not Coventry, what am I talking about? That was in the Carabao Cup, wasn't it? I'm getting myself confused. Birmingham, I should say. There we go. It was 6-1. I put out a stronger side, but at the same time, I just think it was one of them. I think the game just wanted it to go to a replay. I don't know, but the Birmingham were just nowhere near the sort of the same sort of side that played us. But as you can see, I put out a stronger side. I actually give Joel Brown a bit of a run out as in goal, because he's going to be our reserve goalkeeper with obviously Jeff moving on. So he has got a good potential and stuff, but he's got a long way to go. But I think I'll be definitely bringing in a goalkeeper in the summer. That's for sure. We're at that sort of stature where I don't think Joel's going to be the sort of goalkeeper that's going to get us through certain games and stuff. But he was fine in this one. But like I say, the majority of the outfield players and stuff were strong. So I thought, I'm not going to risk it. Verskogen had a fantastic game, 4 goals. He was really pleased to start and get in there and show Birmingham how it's supposed to be done. And there we go. As for other results and stuff like that, we have beaten Arsenal 1-0. That was not a lot to say about that one, really. Newcastle 0-0. Newcastle said afterwards were disappointed that they didn't get something from this game, and I'm thinking, well, why? You only had 2 shots on target, so I don't know what the media were talking about. But that's that. But like I say, we got Port Vale, and then we're going to do Manchester City because why not? They're just finishing off the group, not the group, the month, I should say. Man, my head's all over the place today. But like I say, we're going to do another FA Cup because it's Port Vale, and I just think, Chesterfield, Port Vale, it's kind of like what that's the kind of result, the setup of a fixture that you'd probably expect in real life, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing it, just for that. But who knows, Port Vale could do what Birmingham did, because we are away, so you never know. It could be another one of those. Manchester United, the new manager has come in. He's got a lot of work to do. As you can see, they are sitting bottom, but Manchester City are not too far away from them, and it's mad. Leicester though, Rafa Benitez is doing quite well for them. He's got a couple of wins under the belt. He's managed to get them out of that sort of relegation zone. For how long? Who knows? It could be just that early new manager want to impress kind of thing, and that's what's kind of happened with Manchester United, because under the new manager they have picked up a win, as you can see just there, against Aston Villa. So who knows? Maybe now the other teams that are down there need to maybe start worrying a little bit, and they'll get themselves sorted. But we're not going to talk too much about Manchester United because we've done that far too much on the previous episodes, haven't we? Right, like I say, it's going to be Man City after the Port Vale FA Cup game. Let's see how the Port Vale stack up. So I've not learnt my lesson maybe from the Birmingham game. I am going with a weakened side. We are going to keep Brown in goal for this one. We're even going to play this guy here, Roberts, at right back, Nick Roberts, because we have got quite a few injuries with regarding to our right backs. We've got Cruz is out for a long time. He's gone for 5 months. We've got Richard Wyatt's out for 4 weeks as well. So Ollie Clay's been having to fill in, but the trouble with that is because he's having to do that, I've not got any backup for Piana, and the two of them are getting really, really tired. So I'm having to bring one of the young under 23 players into the setup. Hopefully he does all right. We've got Arifi and Open Meccano alongside him, so I'm putting like a strong centre back partnership along with obviously Piana on that left hand side. So it's only one side, so they'll probably concentrate most of their attacks down that right hand side. David Greenhow is going to be in there with Neto. We've got Appleby, Lawrence and Baptista, and then Trotman is up top. So yeah, there's a splattering of great players in there, world class players in there, along with a few other players. But we should be absolutely bashing Port Vale, looking at some of the players that they've got in their side. If I just click on one of them for click on that. I mean, look at that. This is the caliber that we're up against. You know what I mean? And if we can't beat a team that's got players of that caliber in it, then there's something definitely wrong, isn't there? But this is what is great about the FA Cup, isn't it? It doesn't matter they just will get their that extra 10% or 15% boost, won't they? Because they want to take down, not only is it the Premier League champions, but it is actually the FA Cup holders in Chesterfield. So I can understand why they'll be up for this one. We just got to make sure that we do a professional job and see it through. Baptista down with a free kick on the edge of the box there, but he's pulled it slightly wide. The goalkeeper didn't even move. Anyone making a run? No one's really doing it now, but Baptista is calling for the ball on the far side, gets the ball across here. Chance for Charlie Lawrence, and we have taken the lead here, and that is what we want. Yeah. So just like I say, Open Meccano here was just waiting. Baptista not marked at all. Got a lot of time to pick out Charlie, and a good header down into that bottom corner. So will this be a walk in the park, or will Port Vale give us, like I say, a headache like what Birmingham did? Arifi now over the top, trying to find Baptista again. It's going to fall here to Trotman. Goes for this one. Good save from the keeper. It's not gone out for a corner. He's defended that, so that's a good save from him. It's not the best clearance from him. He's not found a Port Vale player. He's found one of ours, and Baptista is away again. And we're having a lot of joy down this our right-hand side as Trotman just puts it in for number 2. Yeah, Baptista is having a lot of joy, and I thought that that it would cause us problems having Roberts down this side, but it's actually because Baptista's with him. He's causing Port Vale no end of problems, and good finish from Trotman there. So a chance for Port Vale now as Hopkins throws this one into Varacas. Hopkins puts it into the box, but we've got that one away, and Appleby's off now, and he has got a bit of support with him, but he's going to go all by himself. And is he going to finish? He is. Well, there you go. And it looks like Port Vale aren't going to cause us the problems, like I say, that Birmingham did, and this could be an embarrassing scoreline if it carries on like this. He picked it up, didn't he, and just ran the full length of the pitch pretty much and slots it home. At least if we do get a decent result, it means I can rest some of our key players and stuff like that. That'll be what they needed, because we've had quite a few games thrust upon us, with it being the winter sort of time, and through December and January it's always a hectic schedule. Another clearance intercepted. Here goes Trotman now as he goes for his second, and I thought that was weird the way that looked, but it looked like it was dropping in, but actually it's gone out for a corner. Roberts with the throw, finds Neto. Still Neto. It's done well. Gets it across, and Charlie's in for a second. And we are through to the next round. So David Greenhow now plays us out to Baptista, who's been a massive thorn in Port Vale's side, and chance for Charlie to get his hat-trick, and he has done so. I think he got all 3 with his head, I think he has in this one. Nicely done by Charlie, but Port Vale aren't really a massive opposition, really. I don't think he's going to be celebrating too much from that, and it just means that half time we can maybe take him off along with a few other players. And there we are. We've reached half time. No shots whatsoever from Port Vale. It's been pretty poor for them. We're just literally showing a quality. I've put a fairly strong. I've put in a splattering of lesser players in our side, but it's still a massively strong side. But like I say, I'm going to take Charlie off because he's got his hat trick. His job's done. He can be rested for the Man City game. So I've made the change. Brought Vescogan on. I'm going to play 2 up top. I'm going to play him and Trotman up top, and change it to sort of a 4-4-2 kind of formation. You'll see in a moment as Trotman has managed to get himself on the score sheet for his second. yeah, right from the restart here out to Baptista again. Like I say, he's been an absolute thorn in Port Vale's side. He's had a fun time out there, and Trotman coming in and like I say, getting his second goal. So a chance of Port Vale here as they've ventured forward into the box here, but we've dispossessed them. And yes, it's Baptista on the ball again as he surges off down this right hand side, cuts it inside to find Verskogen. Verskogen now going to have to maybe pull this one back, but instead hits into the side netting. I've not been able to show you, because it keeps going from highlight to highlight, I've not been able to show you like the formation I'm on about, but it just keeps showing like highlights all the time. It just shows how much in control this game we are. And like I say, Baptista's off again. He's having to go himself this time, but yeah, it's a little bit sort of wayward, that one. Is it going to pause here? Well, there you go. Like now you can see like the formation with Appleby just like sitting a little bit further forward, but it is like a 4-4-2. We're not used to playing that formation, but it doesn't really matter, isn't it? We're in total control of this game. We can just mess about and play around with like different things. But it's nice to see like the likes of Roberts and Joel or whatever in goal. Having, didn't mean that to rhyme, but yeah, having run out that they wouldn't normally get. David Greenhow putting a foot in there. It's come here to Appleby now as he pushes on down that left-hand side. Skirts past one, plays it across, chance for Verskogen, and that is number 7, I believe. So I just decided to take Baptista off and give Unkunku a run out on that right-hand side, and also I'm sure the Port Vale players will be pleased to see him go off as well, sort of thing. And here is Unkunku as he just knocks it back. Chance here for Trotman to bring that one down. Finds Verskogen trying to get through, but nicely worked between the two front men as Verskogen puts this one, no, not in, I was going to say, but it's gone out for a corner. Keepers, these guys are a couple of good saves, like their goalkeeper. I'm sure that'll help him with his confidence and stuff. The fact that he's been having to pick it out of the back of the net 7 times, I mean, that's not going to do his confidence any good. But I think he's held up himself fairly well with a few decent saves. As we just knock this about, Upamecano now across here, and Piano tried to get that one in, but not able to find a new one. And we've kind of relaxed a little bit now. Port Vale yet to get an actual shot, not even one in the direction of where the goal is. So yeah, it's been poor for them, unfortunately. Here is Unkunku now, but good block there from their defender. So Appleby on the edge of the area there, fires one in. I think that's his, is that his second of the game? I'm trying to think if he's already scored or not. I think that's his second of the game, but yeah, I'm losing track of who scored now, but it's number 8, I know that. But yeah, Trotman just lays it into him and he just goes for it. It's a great strike. There we go, 8-0. Yeah, and unfortunately for Port Vale fans out there, not a single shot on target, and the amount of fouls that they were committing, 24 of them, they were just chasing shadows, I think, and they were just hacking out at our players. Luckily for us, none of our players actually picked up on any injuries, so that's something good, I suppose. The referee did well to contain that, but yeah, it was just a different class. It's the same, it's kind of how I expected the Birmingham game to have gone, to be fair, but not 8-0, but maybe 2 or 3-0 or something like that. But yeah, anyway, that ended up finishing 6-1, didn't it, when we played them at home? But yeah, there we are. There. Let's move on to Man City then, shall we? So I'm sure Manchester City will be trying to step up their game. They're in a really dire situation along with their Manchester counterparts, aren't they, down at the bottom? They're in 19th spot, and they need to get wins under the belt. And what a better time to get it against the Premier League holders. Yeah, I've got a feeling this is going to be not a walk in the park, not in the slightest. I've got a feeling that this is going to be a tough game, but we need to be on a, right at the top of our level, and let's see if we can do it. So here is Ollie with a throw-in, finds Baptista. Here's Dreyer, plays it out here, and to Kyle Warner. Warner inside now, goes for this, and yeah, it wasn't the best of saves, but it was, yeah, it did the job, didn't it? We still got a corner now as he put this one in from Piano. Oh my God, again, all you got to do is just keep those down, and he'd be in double figures every season, wouldn't he? We're always finding him in the box, in a majority, 9 out of 10 times we always find him, but he just needs to keep him down. Here is Warner now, just being calm and playing it back to Timo. It's not a convincing performance from us at the moment, even though we're the home side. We look a little bit nervous every time we seem to get the ball. Timo punches one away. Yeah, so half time, and yeah, not the best of halves really. We've had like enough shots, but they've just not been quality enough. I mean, Man City have only managed to get one on target. You can understand them being not brilliant because their morale's at rock bottom. But for us, we should, I don't know, maybe we're just being a bit too complacent out there in the fact that we're just thinking, well, we're against a team that's down the bottom. But it's still Man City at the end of the day. Like, it's still like, we've got to do something here. We've got to prove that we are, we are the top dogs. We're like the Premier League holders here. Come on. Mensah now out here to find Rodgers. Rodgers has managed to get into the box here. It's got a great opportunity, but yeah, shots wide. So gonna make a couple of changes. Baptista is on a yellow card, and his fitness is dropping, so decided to take him off. The same with Charlie. Charlie's right down to 61%, and only playing as only got 6.4 rating. It's not brilliant, not having the best of games. So Albi's come on for him, and Nkunku has come in on that right hand side, and I've just pushed Dre up a little bit, because we should be winning this game. Dre now out here to find Warner. Brings it down, chance for Deswowski, and there is that goal that, we need to be a bit more confident in ourselves. It's just, I know it's Man City and stuff, but they're down at the bottom, the morale's not there. We should be absolutely battering them here, and we're just not doing so. But good finish here from the pole. Yeah, what a contrast compared to the Port. I mean, obviously it's different levels, but the fact that Man City only had 2 shots in the whole game. Yeah, maybe they were just too defensive minded for us and we just weren't able to break them down. We only managed to get 9 on target out of the 26 shots that we did have, but I do feel that was just more of us being in awe of Man City rather than just come on, let's just batter them. But yeah, it's still 3 points at the end of the day, and it's Manchester in a whole as a city right now is in disbelief at the fact that their 2 teams are 20th and 19th. Wow, but there we go. So yeah, like I say, Manchester United and Manchester City 20th and 19th. It is mad, isn't it? But there we are. Fulham have dropped into that relegation as the 3rd team in there. I mean, United, I suppose the only consolation they've got from this is they do have a game in hand, but they've got a lot of catching up to do. Yeah, it's not good, but that's not our problem. Leicester in the Midlands sort of derby there against Aston Villa, would have liked to have maybe got a win there, but yeah, not able to. So they're not out of the woods just yet. But there we are. We are, like I say, sitting top. We are 10 points clear of Liverpool in second. I mean, Tottenham do have a game in hand over Liverpool, but we've got 2 games in hand over Liverpool. So like I say, we are looking like the team to catch right now, and there we are. But we're through to the next round of the FA Cup, and the draw has been made for the 5th round, and we have had a nice favourable draw for that as well, as we got Burnley in that one. So that is the end of February. That one is going to be coming up. And as for the Carabao Cup, and we got knocked out, if you remember, by Coventry. Well, where are we? Carabao Cup. Hold on. Let's go a bit further up because that's where we got knocked out, wasn't it? But yeah, there you go. Coventry have got themselves to the final. So it wasn't just us that they knocked out. They knocked out a few other Premier League scalps in there as well. They knocked out Chelsea on penalties, and they also knocked out Manchester City on penalties as well. So to get themselves... So I don't feel that disheartened now, the fact that they've managed to get themselves all the way there. It's pretty much a Liverpool guarantee, I would imagine. I can't see them throwing that one away, but you never know. If it goes to penalties, Coventry knowing what they're doing when they're from the 12-yard spot, don't they? So, but there we are. That's the Carabao Cup. I will catch you on the next episode, guys. I appreciate you joining me, and you take care and be safe and all that. So, and the lockdown is apparently going to be eased soon. So yeah, you guys will be able to get out there and about. Obviously myself, I won't be able to, but I'm sure you guys have been screaming at the walls and stuff to get yourselves out and about. But there we are. You take it easy. I'll catch you next time. It's Dave from Mumongu Gaming signing off. Cheers.